Monkey King has fallen down. A demon king should stepped on his head.
悟空，你也有今天呢！
The demon king grabbed a little girl and returned to the shore. He finally collected 48 virgins, so he left arrogantly. The next day, the unconscious Monkey King and his party was washed to the shore by the river. Jiang Liu'er called the Monkey King to save the little girl, but he was already disheartened because the seal was not untied. Although Pigsy tried his best to persuade him, the Monkey King didn't change his mind. He thought he is incapable, and he couldn't save anyone. Jiang Liu'er was very sad. It was not the Monkey King in his heart. He cried and ran to the mountains, and decided to save the innocent girl by himself. Even though he was powerless, the Monkey King angrily pounded his wrist seal. He wanted to break the seal, but no matter how hard he struggled, there was nothing he could do, leaving only a tired body to fell weakly into the river. Under the water, the Monkey King saw Jiang Liu'er's doll. He remembered a word from this young monk: with it to protect you, you won't be afraid of anything. This was Jiang Liu'er's belief in him, that he is an invincible hero. But now, he was hiding here to avoid responsibility. Jiang Liu'er's words have been lingering in his ears. The Monkey King, Sun Wukong, who is as hard as iron, has a piercing eye, is immortal, and has 72 changes. I've been brave all my life. I've been invincible. How have I become so depraved now? What if I have no magic power? I'm still the Monkey King in people's mouth.
老庄，跟我走。
In a puff of smoke, the Monkey King appeared. He came to the Demon King, and decided to defeat him with his own hands, to save the children and get revenge. Under the influence of the Monkey King, Pigsy changed his past timidity. He instantly became huge and roared at the Demon King. But after all, he was weak. It didn't take a round as a result, and he was beaten into a piglet again. The Monkey King has regained his former pride. Though he is still fragile, he stood up immediately after falling down. Never let the Demon King touch the children. Looking at the unbeatable Monkey King, the Demon King couldn't bear it anymore. The Monkey King fell down again. However, no matter how arrogant the Demon King was, the Monkey King had to hold on to his leg, even if he fell down, and kept him away from the children half a step. Then the Monkey King punched him hard, beating the Demon King away. But using body against the mana was a challenge that had no chance of winning, and the Monkey King was defeated again. At the same time, the eclipse was coming, and the sky is completely dark. The Demon King was waiting for this moment, because Chaos, one of the 4 fierce beasts in ancient times, will come to life. It rushed to Jiang Liu'er and his party, who were ready to escape. Under the violent impact, the bridge broke instantly, and at its feet was an abyss. The Monkey King hurriedly threw down the boulder, trying to stop Chaos from eating the children. However, under the powerful power of the fierce beast, the Monkey King had no strength to fight back at all. He was deeply nailed to the wall and was dying. However, at this moment, Jiang Liu'er ran back against advice. He tried to help. He used his body to attract the attention of Chaos, to distract it for the recovery time of Monkey King. But he forgot that he was only a human being. The Monkey King rushed after him like crazy, and tried to save the naive Jiang Liu'er before the Chaos attack. But it seemed that it was too late. The Monkey King, who got up again, only saw the young monk's master kneeling anxiously on the ground. A big mess, and a lonely doll, but no Jiang Liu'er. The Monkey King moved the stone desperately. Finally, he saw his hand. However, it seemed that there is no way to save him back. The Monkey King wept silently and sadly. Tears fell on the doll. He roared in pain, blaming himself for not saving this young boy. The Monkey King picked up the doll, and put it in Jiang Liu'er's hand. He seemed to have made up his mind in his heart. The Monkey King stood up again, and there was a whirlpool around his body. He walked forward step by step, ignoring the burning on his wrist. The rocks on the wall began to break. The Monkey King stepped into the air. The severe pain made him shout loudly, but he kept stepping on it deeply. Chaos on the side threw a boulder at the Monkey King, but it was instantly melted. And at this time, the Monkey King melted the rubble into a armor, and waved the flame to turn into a robe. The Monkey King fell down again and again along the way, but he also got up again and again. He took out about 15,000 pounds at-will gold-banded staff. With a flick of the staff, the fierce beast Chaos became vulnerable. At this moment, the once rebellious Monkey King really came back. At the end of the story, under the petals flying in the sky, the chaos has gone out. All the children were saved. Sun Wukong in the setting sun wore a golden carapace and a purple and gold crown with phoenix wings, and stepped on a boulder. This is whom we are familiar with, the Monkey King. Unfortunately, Jiang Liu'er is gone. However, at this moment, a familiar voice appeared softly.